Hello, everyone. Welcome to More I Didn't Do It, the second channel of me, yours truly. Decided that when NBA 2K24 came out that I wanted to do some content around 2K24 and just around NBA 2K in general, just because it's a series that I've always enjoyed playing. It's a series that I've loved since I was a kid, and I've had a lot of fun playing NBA 2K24. So I wanted to continue that by sharing it with you guys. If you don't know me, massive gamer, do a lot of racing content over on my main channel. I didn't do it 97. Be sure to go check that out and subscribe. In today's video, we're going to be seeing, can Damian Lillard win a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks? I love Dame. I've always been a big fan of Dame. I like Milwaukee's chances this year. As a Lakers fan, sucks saying that going into the season, but I think it's fair to say Milwaukee's the favorites this year. Anywho, let's dive in. Let's see how it all plays out. So I do have injuries on for this, and I'm kind of just gonna let things rock. I'm just gonna sit back, let everything play out, see how everything goes down. We'll probably jump into some games whenever, if there's a close game going on in the playoffs, stuff like that. But I mean, just look at that roster, man. Like, look at that look at that lineup. That's nuts to me. That's nuts to me looking at that. I feel like it makes sense to put Giannis in at the three, and then have Brook in Bobby Portis be your 4 and 5. But what do I know? I mean, dude, again, still a crazy lineup. I think they're gonna be insane. I think Boston can give them a run for their money, especially picking up Drew Holiday. I think that was huge for them. I think Miami's still a tough team that you got to contend with. Philly, I mean, you really never know with them. The East is gonna be tough this year, so we'll see what happens. So Luka wins MVP. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. Wins 16 and 10. Christian Wood wins Sixth Man of the Year. Nicholas Claxton wins Defensive Player of the Year. Paul Reed wins Most Improved Player of the Year. Anthony Edwards wins Clutch Player of the Year. Nick Nurse wins Coach of the Year. And Tyler Jamison wins Executive of the Year. Interesting. First team All NBA, and nobody from the Bucks. Giannis makes second team. Dame does not make any of the teams. Okay. Giannis also makes first team defense. And that's the rookie team. I'm curious now. A little concerned. They had a good record. They finished strong. Let's take a look at the. Dame played all the 82 games. Played all 82, averaged 25. He actually averaged more than Giannis. He was the team's leading scorer. Yeah, averaged 25. Giannis 21. Giannis averaged almost a double on the year. 6 assists. I mean, that's a good stat line there. Good stat. Dame 25 and 6 with 4 rebounds as well. Also not bad. I mean, 44% from 3, 54% from the field. It's a good year. It's a strong year. Strong year. Heading into the playoffs. It's the second seed behind Philly, going 16-22 on the year. Yeah, and it's kind of about what we're expecting, honestly, in real life. So, kind of following that pretty close. Similarly past the play-in, so it's Indiana on that side and New Orleans on this side. So, taking a look, I mean, it's all pretty, nothing too shocking, right? You're not seeing any teams in here that's too surprising. Milwaukee loses game 1, ties it up after game 2, loses game 3. Okay, and we lose game 4. All right, so down 3-1 in the series. That's good. Love that. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh no, Cleveland's pulling away a little bit here. Yikes. Okay, 14-point game in the fourth. I think we might be down and out in the first round. Milwaukee's need to pull off a miracle here, and I just don't. I don't think that's happening. Yeah, Cleveland continues to pull further away, and that's gonna do it. The Milwaukee Bucks have been eliminated in the first round. All right, good start, boys. Good start. Cleveland manages to upset Miami as well. So you got Memphis and the Clippers on the West, and Philly and Cleveland here in the East. Paul George goes on to win the Western Conference Finals MVP, so they're going to move on to the finals. Joel Embiid wins the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, so they also move to the finals. We're looking at a Clippers Sixers finals matchup. Go put money on it now. It's gonna happen. Sixers win game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. Oh, okay. Clippers steal 1, but doesn't matter. Sixers hold out, win the NBA title. Joel Embiid, Finals MVP, averaging 31 and almost 10. All right. So first year with Dame with the Bucks, and we get upset in the first round of the playoffs. So as far as how I'm going about this, I'm not doing any free agency signings. I'm not doing any trades. I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting back. I'm letting the AI and the CPU do its thing, and hopefully figure out what they need to do from there. Player retirements: Udonis Haslem's finally retired. Andre Iguodala is retired. Al Horford. Both Brooke and Robin Lopez are retiring as well. So some holes we're gonna have to fill there. That's about it. It's really the only like super noteworthy stuff. I mean, Kevin Love, Eric Gordon, Danny Green, guys I've kind of grew up with. So, you know, staff retirements. Pop finally retires, and then 2 guys that I have no idea who they are. League meetings, increase salary cap by 10 mil? Sure, let's do it. So we're heading to second to last day. Free agency, just kind of want to see where everybody was. So Paul George resigns with the Clippers. Pascal resigns with the Raptors. Clay goes and signs with the Clippers. That's huge. Claxton with the Suns. Russell with the Lakers. Nothing else that's like kind of anything too crazy. LeBron, Kawhi, Harden, like Drew, they're all still out there. So still some big names here at the end. Wow. Okay, so Kawhi goes and signs with the Magic. Interesting. Very interesting choice. A lot of young talent there. I mean, that actually might not be that bad. James Harden returns to the Thunder. A lot of good talent there. John Wall also signed there, I see. A lot of good talent there. So, again, similar vibes, young talent. It might work out well. Just a 1-year deal. And LeBron signs a 1-year deal with the Wizards. Okay. I swear, man, 2K logic sometimes with these players makes no sense. But hey, what do I know? All right, on to year 2. I feel like the team might have regressed a little bit. Granted, not much cap space to work with. Actually, I don't think they had any cap space to work with, so certainly play a factor as to why. I tell you what, man, like I'm very excited about this time of year. Right, this is honestly one of my favorite times of the year. Is this like early fall or even mid fall? Um, the weather, yeah, starts to get cold. And I used to love that, but like as I've gotten older, not so much. But like I tell you what, between the fact that you wear sweatpants and hoodies practically every day, I do love that. That's a W. But you got football going on, got playoff baseball happening. You got uh you got the end of the F1 season's happening. You got hockey starting up. You got basketball starting up, man. Like it's just I love this time of year. It's great. As a sportsman, I just love it. Luca wins back-to-back MVPs with a third, I mean, almost a triple-double season there. Absolute stud. John Parks wins Rookie of the Year. I didn't download any custom draft classes. I just auto-generate. I don't really care enough to download them because I don't know. I feel like none of them are ever like super accurate, anyways. When all is said and done, um, or they may contain the guy who's going to be the top pick, but never actually declares for the draft. Um, so I just auto generate, let the game do its thing. We'll see what happens. It's a good rookie year and good for the Spurs too. James Harden ends up winning 6th man of the year, coming off the bench, I guess, in OKC. Interesting. Evan Mobley wins Defense Player of the Year, averaging 2.4 blocks a game. Not bad. Most Improved Player goes to Ausar. Alsar, maybe Thompson. Had a pretty decent season. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Mr. Stephen Curry himself. Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year out there in Dallas, and then of course Executive of the Year then goes to the Dallas GM, Jordan Hobson. The first team, so no Dame. Second team, Giannis. No Dame even on the third team. So Dame is not getting any love, man. Not getting any love in Milwaukee. To be fair, I feel like that was the same way in Portland, man. Like I feel like Dame has just always gotten the short end of the stick in so many occasions, man. Go through the play in, Golden State makes it through, and Atlanta makes it through on the other side. So we take a look, right? Obviously, some moves happened over this past offseason. Um, Orlando's the number one seed with Kawhi and Paolo and like just all the young talent there. Um, yeah, I mean, Cleveland's the third seed now. Um, Washington didn't even make the playoffs with LeBron. Did they even make the play in? Didn't even make the play in. So shout out LeBron for making dumb decisions. Lakers don't even make the playoffs. Did I see him in the play in? Nope, didn't even see him in the play in. San Antonio was the 10th seed. So trying to fight for a spot there. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, really about it. Clippers? No Clippers? Damn. No clip show. I would have thought for sure, between Clay and PG. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Honestly, it's 2K, so like there's a good chance like one of them, like probably Clay, probably coming off the bench rather than having like PG play the three or Clay play the three. Because 2K logic. Take game one. Milwaukee takes game two, game three, and it's looking like we're gonna get the good old sweep. Oh, New York steals one in game four. They take game five as well, and they tie it up. So game seven, here we go. Game seven. Oh man, I feel like they're gonna blow it here in game seven. 5-point game. Going into the fourth, we'll slow it down a little bit just so we can see what's happened. 9-point game now. 10-point game. Oh no, the Knicks are pulling away. Yeah, that's over. GG's. GG's. Oh my god. They lose. They're up 3-0 in the first round against the Knicks. And they lose in the first round again. Oh, what a catastrophe. Dame, 5 turnovers. Jesus. Fouled out. It's 6 fouls. Let's see. Game 2. Yeah, team played well. Game 2. Game 3. Team played great in game 3. Game 4, they lose by 5 in game 4. Giannis did not shoot well. Neither did Dame, really. The rest of the team didn't really do it. Bobby Portis 2 for 10. Jesus. So okay, that makes a little bit more sense. What are we? Game 5? Yeah, game 5. They lose by 10 in game 5, and the team shoots better, but not good enough. Game 6, they lose in overtime by 3 points. Jesus. Dame had 44. All right, so we can't blame Dame here, right? Even there, 10 for 13, 4 from 6 from beyond the arc. He did foul out, but like, can you really even blame Dame? I feel like you can't. Yikes. Oh boy. Magic versus Grizzlies here in the finals. We'll sim through by game just to see who wins it out. 2-1 now, 2-2, all tied up. Game 5, Grizzlies take game 5. Magic take game 6, and then the Magic, Orlando Magic, go on to win their first title, and Ja Morant wins Finals MVP. Hasn't that that's only happened like once ever in the history of NBA, right? Where the losing team, the losing team wins, or sorry, the losing team has a player that wins the Finals MVP, right? Like I'm pretty sure it only happened once. I remember it being a debate that happened during the one Golden State Cleveland series where didn't Andre Iguodala win the Finals MVP that year? Like it was a debate because like LeBron had a phenomenal series and they losing in was it game 7 they lost, right? So 22-year pro, 40-year-old LeBron James finally retires. 40-year-old Chris Paul retires. Mike Conley retires. Rudy Gay, Derrick Rose. Man, one of the biggest what ifs, man. I like really D Rose. I like God, like I remember his rookie season so well, and just how well he played that year, and thinking like, man, this guy's gonna be, he's him. Like he is going to be the future of this league. And then when he got hurt, man, it's just heartbreaking. Anybody else? Not really. LeBron obviously goes on to the Hall of Fame. Chris Paul goes to the Hall of Fame. I mean, that's, yeah, there's no question there. Jersey retirements. Paul gets his retired with the Clippers. LeBron gets 3 jersey retirements. One with the Miami Heat, one with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and one with the Los Angeles Lakers. Blake Griffin retired as well. Didn't realize that. He gets his jersey retired with the Clippers as well. See any big signings that happen? Jason Tatum signs with the Mavericks. That is scary. That's what Luca and JT. Yikes. Okay. Jimmy Butler resigns with the Heat. I love the hair in that picture. That's actually incredible. Um, Donovan Mitchell resigns with the Cavs. Evan Mobley resigns with the Cavs. Kyrie goes to the Kings. 33-year-old Kyrie. God. So at this point he's 33. So this is what, 2 years from now. So what? He's 31 right now. Like, I feel like, I mean, Kyrie is one of those guys, man. Like, I feel like he's been around the league for so long, and maybe it's because of all the different teams he's played for at this point, or maybe it's even just the fact that, obviously the whole COVID thing with the Nets, missed a good chunk of the season because of all of that. So, like, I don't know, man. Kyrie's one of those guys, like, I feel like he's been around the league for such a long time. Then again, didn't Kyrie come into the league when he was like 19? So I guess that makes sense. Take a look. So Dame's overall has dropped down to 90 now, starting to regress a little bit. 35 years old, makes sense. Giannis has gotten up to 96. We're seeing some stuff regress for Chris Middleton as well, 33 years old. Yeah, I mean, and there's the rest of the team. Did we lose? Did we lose Bobby? Maybe we lost Bobby P. Come on, man. Yeah, so we take a look at this team. Like, I feel like we're just getting worse now as years progress. Keon Martin, a rookie that we took in the second round, 72 overall for a second round pick, a late second round pick. That's not bad. That's not bad. 7 foot, 250. Okay. Does this dude got any skill? Okay, not horrible. Not horrible. Okay, that's a good pick. I like that. Man, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough season. It's gonna be a tough season. I think maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a tough season. Yikes. Okay. It is definitely gonna be a tough season. We're starting off the season 5-12. Good. 5-13. 5-14. 6-14. 6-15. What is happening? Did somebody get hurt? No injury. No injury. No injury. All right, so we're just ass. That's what's happening. So we're just ass now. That's what I'm seeing. All right, good. That's good. Time to start the rebuild. All right, so I know I said I wasn't going to get involved, but if I didn't get involved, the team was just going to get worse and worse and worse. Meaning it would have been just the end of the video at that point. So I had to go out. I had to make a trade. Made a trade. Got rid of Chris Middleton. Gave up a first rounder, a future first rounder, in return get a second round, and Lauri Markkanen. Lauri's averaging 23 a game. Felt like it's a good trade. He's a little bit younger than Chris too, so again, as a whole, may work out better. Could also got Zach LaVine. However, Zach is a little bit older and was averaging a little less, so I felt like this made the most sense. But during the process, I also came through some realizations that obviously trades are happening elsewhere, because I'm seeing I saw Harden was with the Pacers now. I saw De'Aaron Fox was with the Rockets now. So stuff's happening, and I have no idea about it because I'm looking through all these teams and I'm like, what is going on? So all these teams have changed drastically at this point. So now this is the starting lineup that we're looking at. Man, that might be the whitest motherfucker I think I've ever seen. So this is the lineup we're looking at. Lauri Markkanen now in at the 3 spot for us. And again, having a solid year. I mean, 23 points a game, 5 boards, no assists, but yeah, fuck it. You just score buckets for us. That's all we need. And like it sucks too, because like Dame's actually having a pretty decent year. Like he's shooting the ball well. I mean, even Giannis is doing pretty solid. Like the team is just losing games left and right, and it's probably because the rest of the team just ain't doing shit. And for further context, by the way, like we traded away Chris Middleton, who was averaging the lowest points per game we've had from him. And quite frankly, probably his lowest for his entire career. The lowest he's had since pretty much the start of his career. All right, I do want to stop simulating quick. Team chemistry is at an all time high. Yeah, we are just losing game after game after game after game after game. Like this team is dog shit. It is so bad. Lauri's done nothing since coming here. He's actually done nothing. His morale is horrendous. He's not happy here. Okay, he hasn't necessarily done nothing, but he's not like he ain't winning games for us. That's for sure. I mean, we look like Giannis has missed 5 games, which doesn't seem like that would make a massive difference. Obviously, yeah, Giannis has missed 5 games. Lauri has only played 1 game without us since. Well, now chances are it's probably from. Never mind, doesn't matter. But he's not happy. Like clearly not happy with the team. Not that I blame him. Team's dog shit. That is another thing too. Like I do have like all that stuff on too. Like I have player morale on. Because like I still want it to be like I know it plays a massive factor in how the team performs and stuff. But I still wanted to keep it somewhat realistic to like real life and just how things go there. Obviously, if you have a disgruntled player, he's probably not going to play too well for you. So like the big three, like these guys are killing it. These guys are doing exactly what you need from them. Like they're doing everything, except the rest of the team is dog shit, and that's what's bringing this team down so much. All right, so Luka wins MVP for the 3rd year in a row, in 2K sometimes. Like that won't happen in real life. Granted, yes, Luka could probably win MVP every single year because the guy is just an absolute monster of a basketball player. But it ain't happening. Kelvin Bishop wins Rookie of the Year. Thompson wins Sixth Man of the Year again. Chet wins Defensive Player of the Year. Dyson Daniels, what a name. Most Improved Player. Clutch Player goes to Ja. Chauncey wins Coach of the Year out there in Portland. And Brandon Harrison wins Executive. First team. Oh, good. Luke is done for the season. Love that. That sucks for Dallas. So they're probably going to be the. they're probably going to be finals contender with him. Between him and freaking JT on the other side of the ball. Other side of the ball. Jesus, talking football. Anywho, Giannis gets second team All NBA. No Dame once again. Which is crazy. Like I feel like Dame's getting snubbed. Even to not even have Dame on like 3rd team All NBA. Like Josh Giddey. Okay, that's a better stat line. 23, 8 and 8. Like okay, all right. The Bucks don't even make the playoffs. Giannis and Dame average the same amount of points this year. Me bringing in Lauri kind of stepped that up a little bit in terms of a little bit more production out of your 3rd guy. But at the same token, he hates Milwaukee apparently. Not that I blame him because he's just joined a team that blows, but but that did bring Dame's production down a little bit because obviously Chris Middleton, not as effective as a scorer as Lauri Markkanen at this point, anyways. So with Lauri scoring more, that means Dame's going to score a little less. It all, makes sense. Math adds up. But man, I tell you what, this team is dog shit. It is a awful team. We're not doing good out here. So Ja wins Conference Finals MVP, and then Trey also wins Conference Finals MVP. So you got a Hawks Grizzlies matchup here. Looking at both teams, I mean, you got Trey Young, DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin. Pretty solid Hawks team here. going up against. Here we go. Going up against a pretty good Grizzlies team. Like, I mean, look at that. Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson. It's a pretty solid team there as well. Grizzlies take game 1. They take game 2 as well. They take the first 3, and they complete the sweep against the Hawks. Ja Morant wins Finals MVP. Kyle Lowry retires, 40 years old. James Harden retires. Steph Curry retires. Russell Westbrook retires. Man, it's crazy to think in just a couple of years, like these names that I've like grown up with, that they're gonna be done soon. Like, man, time flies, dude. Time flies, man. Like Thompson's retiring as well. Kemba, I don't even think he was on a team, but he's also retired. Kemba Walker is another one of those guys. Like, I will still to this day never forget watching that UConn Syracuse game. Was it Syracuse? Okay, maybe I forget already. Or were they playing against like Pitt or something? But like that quick drive, step back jumper, like, oh man, to win the game. Steph goes into the Hall of Fame. James Harden goes into the Hall of Fame. Russell Westbrook goes into the Hall of Fame. I think even even if Russ never wins a title, if James Harden never wins a title, I do think they both go in the Hall of Fame. Obviously both have been great basketball players. Russell Westbrook kind of redefined the point guard position a little bit. Like yeah, I could be a guy that can go up and grab you 7 boards a game and can take the ball to the basket and just dunk on everyone. Like, man, that MVP season that he had in OKC, dude, like, God, like that was still just insane. Russ gets his jersey retired by OKC. Kyle Lowry gets his jersey retired by Toronto. Clay and Steph both get their jerseys retired by Golden State. James Harden gets his jersey retired by only Houston, nobody else. All right, so the team still has like no cap space whatsoever, so I highly doubt they were able to go out and sign anybody good. If I was to take a guess, but Luka leaves Dallas to sign with the Clippers, who were, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the worst team in the league, record-wise this past season. So that's good. KD re-signs with the Suns. Josh Giddey, after I'm pretty sure he just re-signed with Washington, is now an LA Laker. If this happened in real life, I'd be more than okay with it. Fallow resigns with the Magic. Michael Bridges resigns with the Nets. Jaren Jackson resigns with the Grizzlies. Jabari Smith resigns with the Rockets. Brandon Ingram goes back to New Orleans. Man, that photo looks like a mugshot. It did him dirty. Chet resigns with the Thunder. DeAndre with Portland. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff there. Nothing too crazy. Looking at who's still available though, like I noticed like De'Aaron Fox is still out there. Trae Young's still out there. Some good talent still on the board. Take a look. I mean, Dame has dropped quite a bit now. Regressing pretty heavy here at the end of his getting towards the end of his career. Obviously, 36 years old. So he has regressed quite a bit. Laurie, 86 overall, is also starting to regress a little bit, so that's a little concerning. And of course, Giannis is just staying steady, so probably will start regressing in the near future. And as I look at the rest of the team, we're still ass, so that's good. So we're still probably going to be dog shit. Can't wait. We're heading into April. The team is 23-52 now. Oh god, yeah, this team's atrocious. So I wasn't half wrong, man. Like I felt like we had one good year. Team chemistry was just at a 0%, by the way. Felt like we had like one good shot, one good year, and really we ended up getting 2 good chances, and this is how it ends up. All right, Victor wins MVP, his first MVP of his young career, 29-13. Vic Moss wins Rookie of the Year. Mark Williams, Sixth Man of the Year. Chet wins Defensive Player of the Year again. Raymond Castro wins Most Improved Player of the Year. Tyler Hero wins Clutch Player of the Year. Mike Udoka wins Coach of the Year. And Jonathan Shipp wins Executive of the Year. NBA All NBA first team. Giannis makes the first team. I think he's made the second team the past few years, so just had a little bit better of a season. We'll take a look here. Dame got hurt. So Dame, ruptured left Achilles. Yikes. That's a big one. That's a big one. Ruptured Achilles at 36 years old. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I do see he's got a contract for 3 years. I'm pretty sure his contract was up in this season, so Bucks did re-sign him. Um, that's a big one. That would explain the team chemistry being so low too. And it looks like, did we trade away Laurie at some point? Yeah, it looks like we traded away Laurie as well. Yeah, this team is ass. We also have Andrew Wiggins on the team, which, I mean, at this point, I don't know why we would. Kobe White, like we've made a shit ton of trades, and by the looks of it, we made all these trades to try to become contenders, and instead we're just dog shit. So that's good. So that's what we gave up to get Prince, which I don't. I know he was in the starting lineup. And then that's what we gave up. I'm pretty sure Jordan Goodwin was the guy that we drafted in the first round. So that's cool. So we sent Laurie to the Bucks, or God, we are the Bucks. We sent Laurie to the Timberwolves, and got those guys in return. We're looking at a Trailblazers Cavaliers NBA Finals. It's very interesting, very interesting. Cavs take game 1. Trailblazers take game 2. Cavs take game 3. Trailblazers take game 4. Just 2-2. Cavs take game 5. Trailblazers take game 6. Going into game 7, the Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers, have won the NBA title. Cade Cunningham wins Finals MVP, averaging 31, 6, and 8.5. That's kind of wild. I mean, you look at that lineup right there. That's actually a crazy lineup. That's actually wild. Cade Cunningham, Scoot Henderson, Shadon, I think. Sharp, Robert Williams III, DeAndre, and Anthony coming off the bench, no less. Tobias Harris coming off the bench too. Like, damn, that's a crazy team right there. And just think, here's Dame with the Bucks. Now with a ruptured Achilles, that's great. Player retirements: Drew Holiday retires. Draymond retires. John Wall retires. Tim Hardaway. KCP. Yeah. Don't really care about anybody else. Staff retirements. A lot of staff retirements. Holy shit. Steve Kerr retired. A lot. Jersey retirements. Draymond gets his jersey retired with Golden State. It makes sense. I feel like that'll actually happen in real life too. Just, being a part of that dynasty and everything. SGA signs with the Heat. That's pretty huge. Victor resigns with the Spurs after an MVP year. Brandon Miller resigns with the Hornets. Jimmy Butler goes back to the Bulls. God, I love that photo. Scoot resigns with the Trailblazers. Smart man. Trae Young signs with the Wizards. Dumb man. Franz goes and signs with the Bulls. I think the Bulls might be a solid team now. Şengün goes and signs with the Clippers. RJ Barrett signs with the Wizards. Okay, well, maybe the Wizards would be something decent then. Michael Porter goes and signs with the Nuggets again. Robert Williams with the Rockets. Jordan Poole with the Nuggets. Bobby Portis with the Raptors. Bradley Beal to the Clippers. Yeah, that's about it. The Bucks have once again signed nobody. Oh, we got this guy. I'm pretty sure he was with the team last year. No, he wasn't. Okay, so we got him. Another bench player. Great. Let's see. Anybody else? We re-signed this guy. I would sure hope, anyways. We just traded for him, so gave away Laurie Markkinen for. I mean, guy did average like 15 a game, so not bad. He actually had a good year, so we'll take it. I guess invest in the future a little bit. Yeah, like all these like really shitty like I can't say shitty, but all of these just like young guys. This guy has never even played an NBA game before. Dame is down to an 83 overall. He is still hurt technically, so I don't know if that's going to play a factor or not. Andrew is an 82 overall. Again, not a fan of that trade. I mean, look at just like 32 mil we're giving this guy to not even be that good. Giannis is finally starting to regress at 32 years old. This guy Reggie Kemp, this was the second round guy that we took. He's actually progressed quite a bit. That's pretty good. All right, so here we are again. Dame, I think, is still hurt, so he's not even so he's not even in the lineup. Still dealing with a ruptured Achilles. At now 37 years old. That's great. Where's his health? There it is. So yeah, another 6 to 8 weeks before we see him come back. So that's good. All right, so shockingly enough, like I was paying attention throughout this entire time. Like the team was actually winning some games. Like at one point they were like 9-12, in the early goings there. So they're there. Let's see, is Dame back in the lineup? Dame is back in the lineup, only averaging 16 a game, so he really has kind of progressed quite a bit at this point. All right, so the team was actually fighting for 500 for a good chunk of the season there, and then just lost almost every game in March. So was a good way to end it out. Darius Garland wins MVP, his first. Helmet, I'm assuming Meyer, wins Rookie of the Year with Golden State, 17-11. That's a good stat line. Nick Smith Jr. wins Sixth Man of the Year. Chet wins Defensive Player of the Year again, his third one in a row. Antoine Phillips wins Most Improved Player. SGA goes and wins Clutch Player of the Year. Mason Yee wins Coach of the Year, and Brendan Harrison wins Executive of the Year again. First team All NBA. Giannis gets named once again for first team. Got the stats. I mean, Dame only had 17 a game. Had some like other guys like kind of step up a bit and like actually have a pretty decent year all in all together, which is good. You like seeing that. Giannis had 22 and 10. I think we're at the point where we're not really going to see any sort of progression here. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, this season was a better season than the season we had, or the past two seasons we had, really. So, maybe we get one more shot, depending on whether or not the AI makes any stupid trades or, just decides not to sign anybody, stuff like that. So, another Cavs Trailblazers finals matchup. Cavs take game one. They take game two as well. They take game three. And they take game four. So now they go and sweep Portland the year after. Darius Garland wins finals MVP, 31-15. Wow. Crazy stat line. Player retirements. KD retires. DeMar goes and retires as well. Jimmy Butler retires. Andre Drummond retires. Valanciunas, Alec Burks, sorry. Rudy Gobert, Dennis Schroeder, CJ McCollum, man, I can't read. Spencer Dinwiddie, Oladipo. Man, Oladipo's another one of those guys, man. Like it's crazy that like Indiana, they were gonna offer this dude the bag, man. They were gonna, here's the bank, just take it. He's like, you know what? Nah. and then obviously gets hurt, and there goes that. But crazy. Oh, crazy, man. Look at the Hall of Fame. KD, Jimmy Butler, and DeMar all make it in. That's, I think that's pretty representative as to, what we'll see in real life, too. I mean, KD's obviously going to be a Hall of Famer. Jimmy Butler's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. DeMar could be like the what if one, like or not what if, but like the maybe one. Like maybe you question that, but I still think DeMar makes it too. Jimmy Butler gets his jersey retired with Miami, and KD gets his retired with OKC. Shocked here. You don't see DeMar's jersey get retired with Toronto. Maybe not. He wasn't even a part of the championship team, so maybe not. So I decided to hop into free agency just to see, like, what the team's logic is, or the AI's logic is, as far as, like, are we going to go try to make any offers? Are we going to get rid of some of this cap, and like ultimately they did. But dude, the team had $84 million in cap holds. 84 mil, meaning they couldn't even go out and try to sign anybody. So in the end, right, we're into the first day of free agency. Joker resigns with the Nuggets. Tatum resigns with the Mavs. D-Book goes and signs with the Pacers. Garland resigns. Williamson resigns. This dude Calvin Weber signs with the Pistons. Billy Holmes signs with the Kings. DeAndre Hunter goes and signs with the Lakers. Like nothing crazy. I mean, you had all this cap hold, so like you couldn't even go out and try to make an offer to Joker. You couldn't even try to make an offer to Tatum. You couldn't even try to make an offer to Booker. Like, I don't get it. Oh, just signed Nicholas Claxton though. Okay, never mind. That's a good signing. I like that one. Dame is continuing to just regress heavy here. 38 years old now. Stefan Schumacher. I'm assuming we just took this guy in the draft with the 8th overall pick. Ooh. Yeah, we re-signed Kemp. Where's Claxton? Where the fuck is Claxton? Did we not sign him? What happened? Chad, I'm not crazy, right? Like that actually happened, right? Like you say Chad as if I'm live, but like, so where? Okay, hang on. I definitely saw that. Like, I'm not bugging out. Except not. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess not because he was with Golden State, but now is back in Phoenix again. But anywho, so here we are. Dame, age 38. I mean, this is probably. I mean, right now he's saying he wants to resign, right? But like, I feel like this is probably going to be it. Might get another year out of him, but ultimately wants to resign with Milwaukee, hopefully for a massive discount because you're 79 overall now. But did just draft this guy with the 8th overall pick, Stefan Schumacher, 78 overall, small forward. Yeah, I like his potential there. So I feel like the team could potentially make a playoff run here. We'll see what happens. All right, so I said the team can go and make a playoff run. Except right now the team's below 500 for the 4th year in a row. So about that, Victor Wembanyama wins MVP once again. Jerome Harden goes out and wins Rookie of the Year. Luther Brewer wins Sixth Man of the Year. Chet wins Defensive Player of the Year once again. Tracy Nash goes and wins Most Improved Player. Cam Whitmore wins Clutch Player of the Year for the Suns. Chauncey wins Coach of the Year. And Jonathan Shipp wins Executive of the Year. First team All NBA. No Giannis this time. This guy, Helmut Meyer, though, apparently is going to be an absolute stud, an absolute dog in the NBA. Giannis makes second team. Nobody else from the Bucks is going to make anything, honestly, because we're just ass. Take a look at the season stats. So, Dame only averaged 13 a game, massively regressed at this point. Giannis averaging 22 a game. Yeah, I mean, somewhat balanced attack here. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Okay, somebody we drafted apparently, or signed, one of the two. Love the mustache though. So that man's got man's got the cop vibe going. I like it. Stefan Schumacher, the guy who we took in the first round, started 39 games this year, played all 82. Averaged 11. Not bad. It was a decent year. A decent rookie campaign. This guy, Nicholas Evans, that we got in the trade before, started 16 games. Averaged 9 and 2. So great passing from our point guards here with a combined 6 assists on the year. Which is great. This guy, Reggie Kemp, just hasn't really progressed. Like, we just got these guys that are like, they just exist kind of deal. You know what I mean? That's this team right now. And the Spurs going up against the Hornets. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Julius Randle. Let's see what happens. Who's on the Spurs? Ben Sparks, Devin Vassell. Grant Williams, like not even really that crazy of a team, but I mean Victor is just a beast. I'm just curious, actually. Yeah, I mean, like look at that stat line. Do you guys think Victor is actually going to go on to have like this crazy NBA career that everybody's expecting him to have? Like, obviously, there's a shit ton of hype around him, and I understand why. I mean, the guy's an actual unicorn, an actual freak of nature. But yeah, like I don't know. Like, I think the hype is definitely deserving as Victor wins Finals MVP and goes on to win his first title. I think the hype is definitely deserving. Like, it should be there, should exist, but I just don't know, man. Like, I honestly wish you could just force a player to retire. Like, obviously, Dame and these Bucks, like, we ain't doing shit. So let's just call it quits. Kawhi and PG both retire, both get into the Hall of Fame. Good for them. So the Bucks finally made a move. We finally signed someone. Go out and sign Cade Cunningham, which is massive. Holy shit. So Dame is definitely going to be coming off the bench this next season. Um, at this point, I mean, he might even be lucky if he even sees playing time. But they do go out and re-sign him to what, in my opinion, is too big of a contract. But I guess in NBA money, maybe not. But yeah, so I mean, we got Giannis, Cade Cunningham, Brandon, Stefan. Like this actually might be a decent team. We we might we might make a playoff run. I'm probably jinxing that by saying that, but it might happen. All right, so the team actually started off really strong, but somehow managed to just get worse and worse throughout the year. They still made the playoffs, but not by much. Luca with the Hornets now, all of a sudden, uh, wins MVP once again. I think this is like his fifth MVP at this point. Lonzo Burton wins Rookie of the Year. That's such a that's not even an impressive rookie stat line. Noah Drake wins Sixth Man of the Year. That is an impressive stat line. Victor wins Defensive Player of the Year. Um, Navarro wins Most Improved Player of the Year. Luca wins Clutch Player of the Year. Monty Williams, coach of the Spurs, wins Coach of the Year, and Zachary Staples wins Executive of the Year. Giannis is a third team All NBA now. Yeah, we barely made it. We're the sixth seed. Again, struggled for a good chunk of the year there. Taking a look, I mean, Cade Cunningham didn't even play all 82 games, averaged 19.4, same as Giannis there. Um, Brandon averaged 13. Dame averaged 11, mostly off the bench. 11 and 4 actually, so that's not too bad. That's decent bench production for the 39-year-old man who ruptured his Achilles. Stefan didn't really improve all that much. I feel like I do think just like kind of looking over here, it looks like he shot the ball a little bit better from a percentage standpoint, but not much else going on there. Yeah, I mean, just like decent production across the board, but not great. When the fuck did we get this guy? All right, so here we go. We're finally back in the playoffs again. We got the first round series against Luca and the Hornets. So this is good. I mean, yeah, Luca, Brandon Miller. I don't like our chances. Lose game one, lose game two. We take game three though on at home. We lose game four. We're gonna go into game five just to see. Like, my hope is that we can actually jump into one of these games. We haven't been able to really jump into a single game at all so far, just because every game we've just we've lost typically by a blowout. Although we win this one by a pretty large margin. So we take game five, making it 2-3 now in the series. Giannis had a good game. Cade had a good game. Let's see, where's Dame? Dame, 6 points off the bench. Nothing crazy. But that's just the point we're at now. On to game six at home. We stole one on the road there. Well, this one's actually kind of close. Oh, we're starting to pull away. Yep, okay. So we go out. We take game six. So now game seven, and we are, well, okay. We were kind of blowing them out. They started to jump back in a little bit, but we take game seven there on the road, and now we go up against Cleveland, who are they? No, they're not the defending champs. Spurs are. The Spurs play against Cleveland? I don't even remember now. Anywho, all right, so Cleveland takes game one. Not really surprising there. We steal game two. Cleveland takes game three. They take game four. jump into Simulcast. Just or Simcast. Did I say Simucast? Simcast. Let's see if Bucks here can do anything. Well, a close one. We might actually get to jump in and watch some action. Holy shit. Never mind. It's a 13-point game. Let's just jump in there. Crazier things have happened. We'll see. I mean, we're not even going to see Dame on the court here. Giannis kicking it around. Cade with the ball now. Highland. Back to Cade. Back to Giannis. Giannis going to post up here. Or not. Just going to try to make some moves. What is he doing? 5 seconds. Oh, okay. Oh, wide open in the corner. And miss. All right. Good job, boys. I feel like this camera's kind of close. Let's like zoom out a little bit. Donovan Mitchell kicks it over to Darius Garland. Who the hell is moving so... Is that Jeff Lyles? Just so slow. Darius Garland for 3. Drains it in Cade's face. As it's now a 16-point game. With 3.5 to go. Cade dumping it down to Giannis. Giannis going to post up. Double team. Kicks it out. Brandon for 3. Drains it. Gets the 3 right back. Donovan Mitchell. He's probably like old as shit now at this point. Darius Garland wide open. Yeah, saw that coming a mile away. Missed. Jared Allen with the rebound. Giannis with the good contest, though. Got Houston bringing the ball up. Kicks it over to Highland. Highland making some moves. Drives in. Gets fouled. All right, I've seen what I need to see. I wanted to at least like jump in for a little bit just to see something. And yeah, we at least got to see some gameplay. Now it's the Warriors post-Steph going up against the Knicks here in the NBA Finals. Warriors take game 1. Knicks take game 2. Knicks then take game 3 as well. Take game 4. Warriors take game 5. Take game 6. Series all tied here. Going to game 7. The Knicks win. Colin Gilmore wins MVP. Let's take a look. Do I even see anybody? I mean, wow. Like, what is that? What is this? Like, look at that. Holy shit. LaMelo, Kyrie, Andrew, Colin Gilmore, Mitchell Robinson, Noah Drake. Yeah, it's quite the roster. It's quite the roster. Player retirements, and Damian Lillard finally hangs it up, finally calls it quits. He said, I've had enough. Never winning an NBA title. Finishing out his career. Let's take a look at the career stats here. Finishes it out in Milwaukee. Averaged 22 a game for his career. 3.5 boards, 6 assists. Will go down as one of the, when all is finally said and done in Dame's career, will go down as one of the best shooters to ever play the game. Will go down as definitely like up there in best point guards to play the game in my opinion. Just a guy who came in even as a sixth overall pick in the draft, like came in, was just so underrated in my opinion. 29,000 points in the career, almost 7,800 assists, 1,000 steals, made 3,900 3-pointers, and attempted over 10,000, which that's nuts. That's nuts. Played 1,287 games in his career, had 156 double-doubles and only 3 triple-doubles. Take a look and see where he stands in terms of the record board. So career-wise, ends up finishing 10th all-time in points scored, finishing ahead of Shaq. Giannis, when by the time he's done, will obviously be above him. Finishes ahead of Steph as well. That's pretty huge actually when you really think about it. Some big names on this list. So 10th all time in scoring. That's definitely a very, very good career. Field goals made a little bit lower, finished 23rd. Kind of goes to show you just how effective he was as a shooter, I guess, right? 3-pointers made. Ends up finishing 2nd all time on the 3-pointers made list, only behind Steph, who is 500 3-pointers ahead of him. But he himself is 500 3-pointers ahead of James Harden, who's third on this list at this point. Yeah, 25th on this list ahead of Shaq. He's not going to be on the rebounds list. Probably not even on the assist list, or I mean, if he is, he's probably pretty low item. There he is. Okay, yeah, like Jesus Christ, 17th. I passed him so early. 17th in the all-time career assist list. Obviously not gonna be on the blocks list. I wonder if he'd be on the steals. He was never known for being a great defender. Has gotten better as his career has progressed. I will say that. No, not so. He's not on the steals list. I went back through just to make sure I didn't miss it. What about the minutes list? I imagine he's got to be up there. I mean, he's played a good chunk of his career. Yeah, 29. Has never really been known for missing games, so good for him. I imagine he's on the turnover list pretty high there somewhere, but not even gonna bother looking. 3-point percentage. I'm curious here. Let's see. Again, always been an effective shooter. So I'm curious to see where on this list is he really that low? Imagine he would have been much higher. I probably overlooked him once again. 38%. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Damn. I would have thought it was higher. Definitely bit of a baller to say the least. 40-point game, 16th, sorry, all time on that list. What about 50-pointers? He's had a couple, right? Yeah, there he is. I was gonna say he's definitely had a few. 7th on that list. He's not gonna be on the triple doubles list. So solid career. I mean, that's definitely a Hall of Famer. No question there. Joel Embiid retired as well. I didn't even see that. Also a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, Dame definitely a future Hall of Famer in this sport. Even if he doesn't win a title in Milwaukee. Gets his jersey retired by Portland, which makes sense, and Joel Embiid gets his retired by the 76ers. And yeah, that's that. That is that. So Dame doesn't end up getting his ring in Milwaukee. Had those first 2 seasons where they were definitely his best chance at getting the ring, and I mean they failed in the first round both times, which was just mind blowing. But that's gonna do it. A little bit longer of a video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more NBA 2K content, let me know. I got some other stuff planned in the works. So let me know what you think of this style of video. And, if you have any suggestions on what I could do differently or, what you would like to see, yeah, let me know. I got some stuff planned that's going to be in similar concept. Probably something with Madden, maybe something with MLB. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Adios. Peace out. Catch you guys later.